Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to express myself. Now, myself is something that I didn't realize how often I actually use in everyday English conversation, and it can be a little difficult when expressing this idea in Spanish because we can use it reflexively, or we can just use it to add emphasis, or we can use it to talk about doing something without any help, and there are just kind of some subtle little differences when expressing these ideas. So let's go through the 4 ways of expressing ourselves. Number 1, expressing myself as a reflexive pronoun.
To do this, we'll use a mí mismo or a mí misma. Side note, mismo in Spanish means the same.
Right, like I have the same car as you.
Tengo el mismo carro que tú.
Or I go to the same university as you.
Voy a la misma universidad que tú.
So remember, reflexive means the subject does the action to themselves. So if we want to say something to ourselves, instead of saying something like,
I told Mario, le dije a Mario,
we'll use I told myself, me dije a mí mismo. Another example would be, I told myself to complete the job.
me dije a mí mismo que debía terminar el trabajo.
Now, make sure that you're using mismo if you're male and misma if you're female. For example, if we want to express I made myself a promise, I would say, me hice a mí mismo una promesa. But Darcy would say,
Me hice a mí misma una promesa.
exacto. And if we want to express this with other pronouns like yourself, himself, herself, yourself, themselves, ourselves, we change it to this format.
A ti mismo o a ti misma. A sí mismo o a sí misma. A nosotros mismos o a nosotras mismas. A sí mismos o a sí mismas. Now, knowing that, let's see this example. We made ourselves a promise. Nos hicimos a nosotros mismos una promesa.
Right, but the exception here is the structure will change when used with the preposition con.
It changes to conmigo mismo, contigo mismo, consigo mismo, con nosotros mismos, consigo mismos.
So I could say to Darcy, never travel without your passport. Always take it with you.
Nunca viajes sin pasaporte. Siempre llévalo contigo misma.
We also see the structure with the priest made a promise with himself.
El sacerdote hizo una promesa consigo mismo.
Now the second way of
By
expressing
the way,
mys-
if you're enjoying this video, please give us a like and subscribe. It really helps us out.
Okay, thank you. So number 2 of expressing myself is when we want to emphasize something we did.
In this way, the structure will be yo mismo, tú mismo, él, ella o usted mismo, nosotros mismos, ellos o ustedes mismos.
Above all, just remember not to try to literally translate these because yo mismo would mean I same. Doesn't make sense. So we're just emphasizing that we did something ourselves. So an example would be, he is the best candidate. I know because I interviewed him myself.
Él es el mejor candidato. Lo sé porque lo entrevisté yo mismo.
I did it myself.
Lo hice yo mismo.
They solved the problem themselves.
Resolvieron el problema ellos mismos.
He wanted to keep all the money himself.
Él quería guardar todo el dinero él mismo.
Now, the third way of expressing this idea of by ourselves is when we want to express without having any help or doing something without assistance.
In this way, the structure will be por mí mismo o por mi cuenta, por ti mismo o por tu cuenta, por sí mismo o por su cuenta, por nosotros mismos o por nuestra cuenta, o por sí mismos o por su cuenta.
So a good example would be, I learned Spanish by myself.
Aprendí español por mí mismo o aprendí español por mi cuenta.
And in this way, we mean that no one helped me, I didn't take classes, I learned it by myself. I recovered from the accident on my own.
Me recuperé del accidente por mí mismo.
The wound closed on its own.
La herida cerró por sí misma.
So remember, the most important thing with this one is that it always means that someone can do something without assistance. So don't literally translate, just think of the same idea, like my daughter can dress herself. My daughter can get dressed on her own. My daughter can get dressed by herself.
Mi hija se puede vestir por sí misma. Mi hija se puede vestir por su cuenta.
So by herself, without assistance. And lastly, a lot of times you can simply express myself using the word solo when you mean without company or without assistance, just like por mí mismo or por mi cuenta. So like, I went to the movie theater alone.
Fui al cine solo.
So no one went with me, I went by myself. I did my homework by myself.
Hice mi tarea solo.
So no one did the homework with me or no one helped me. Or I built the birdhouse by myself.
Construí la casa de pájaros solo.
So no one was with me or no one helped me. We hope this video helped you to improve your Spanish. Now watch this video or check out our channel for other videos with more Spanish lessons just like this. Until next time.